Good morning and welcome to this morning's guided meditation, a Reiki guided meditation for cultivating one's own inner garden. This is the first in a 3-part series and a spiritual practice this morning. So I would like to welcome you. My name is Reiki. I'll introduce myself. My name is Reiki Master Tracy Lynn. I was guided to do this live video today. Well, actually, I began with Facebook Live and did this whole series this morning, and I don't know where the video went. So I do like to do these events live. So this event again today is cultivating one's own inner guidance, which you can participate in live or you can participate in replay. So yes, this is the Tracy Lynn Reiki channel, and this is about a 40-minute practice. So hopefully you can participate in it live or on playback. And since I've already done this before this morning, I'm trying to go back and recreate the magic, I guess. Okay, so how this guided meditation works, it's very simple. With or without Reiki experience, this is good for those who are interested in meditation. It is a ripple effect of healing, which starts with a little talk, which you'll see in a minute. And then following that, a guided meditation for bringing in the Reiki or spiritual energy. Then a self-healing for the focus for today, cultivating one's own inner garden. This is the first part of the series. Then you will receive a healing this morning or whenever you're watching it. And then finally, we as a group send healing to the global community for the same topic, for cultivating one's inner garden, for peace and inner calm. So I'd like to talk now, to do the little talk. I used the picture this morning it is from the Hori Teien garden in Japan, one of the top 10 gardens in Tsuwano. And if you don't know, Japanese gardens are usually cultivated with a spiritual focus in mind. And Reiki is a spiritual tradition from Japan, though it is practiced around the world. Not as much in Japan these days, but it's practiced around the world. And so I thought that was perfect for the representation of the focus of this 3-part series. And how these virtual videos started was during the COVID lockdown. But today's particular video came with a personal virtual healing that I was conducting. And I'm sure this person wouldn't mind, but I'm not using any names. But during the virtual healing, which is very powerful now, we're in a series of pandemics, so it is very safe for us to do virtual healing and very powerful. But so the guidance during this Reiki healing, because often there's healing and there's guidance after the session, which I share whether or not the person is open to it. And yes, this person was open to some of the guidance after checking in with them first to see how they were feeling. This is how a virtual healing session goes, briefly. But the healing instruction was for the individual to go and cultivate their garden, tend to their garden. And so I said, I do remember working with this previous person. You have a garden, right? no, their response was, no, I don't have a garden. My garden died. I tried to plant some things. I went away on vacation. So no, there is no garden. So I don't know what this spiritual practice is. But that's true. It is a spiritual practice, and sometimes we may not see the physical manifestations. But the guidance was it can be both a physical, tangible garden, or like in the Japanese garden sense, it's a spiritual practice. So both of these can exist at the same time. And then the guidance that I've had in the past 24 hours, which is, the stimulus for this video and the 3-part series, is how do we go about tending to a garden? Well, the first thing we have to deal with a spiritual garden is planning the garden. And how do we plan the garden? First of all, we get into a receptive space and a healing meditative one. So that's the first step. And using this guided meditation today is a good way to do that. Spiritual healing, meditation, and healing. That is the first part of planning for this garden. And then you can repeat that as often as needed as possible. And then the second part is finding activities that bring you calm, that bring you joy outside of the meditation practice. So this tending to the garden is not just this guided meditation, but expanding it into other areas of your life, into your daily life, this daily practice. Finding these activities that bring you joy and calm, which are different for everyone. Of course, not harming other individuals in the process. I guess I need to say that. But have faith that you can find these things. And what exactly are these things? Things that bring you joy and calm, things that you enjoy doing. Sometimes they can be things that we have to do. Like I work in healing work, and I do find joy and peace in doing my work. Maybe you can find how this is for you. Or with outside activities, slowing down, identifying these things, working on these things in your daily life as part of this spiritual practice. So these are the first 2 steps that I'm being guided. So it's 1, through meditation, like this guided meditation, and 2, discerning activities that bring you joy or calm in your life, things that you have to do, things that you don't want to do. Okay, that's very complicated, but in any case, activities that bring you joy and peace. And these are the first 2 steps for cultivating one's own inner garden. Okay, so now we're going to bring in the spiritual energy. And you bring your hands up to the heart space in a prayer position. I'm going to close my eyes. You can be either seated or lying down. As this is a relaxing guided meditation, it can be nice to also do before you are going to sleep. Okay, so now with Reiki energy, or imagining golden healing light coming in through the top of the head, floating in through the top of the head, floating down the neck, shoulders, top of the chest, floating through the hands, meeting at the prayer position, down to the bottom of the body, the lower body, the legs, all the way to the floor. Reiki healing energy, bringing in Reiki guides, your own spiritual energy, your own guides for this guided collective meditation now. And now that we brought in, noticing how that feels, now that we brought in the Reiki energy, extend a grounding cord down from the bottom of the spine to the earth's surface. Down to deep in the earth for your unique place for grounding now. And then bring the energy back through, visualize it coming back through the cord, through the earth. To where you're sitting, to the bottoms of your feet, through the legs, up to the abdomen. And then mixing with that spiritual energy, the Reiki golden healing light now. Circulating around the body. Circulating and then extending about 3 feet outside of you in all directions. Filling up that space now. Okay, so now we've brought in that spiritual energy with our guides into the body. Now the next step for Reiki is the self-healing, the daily practice. So it's very simple. You can just follow along with my voice. You can watch as much as the camera is showing. But beginning, bring your hands to the top of the head. Reiki your golden healing light on this special day in August 2022. Healing energy begins to flow in, this self-healing now. Allowing this to begin happening, allowing the energy to come in. So it's both coming in through the top of your head, but also floating down to your heart center, through the arms, through the hands. It's a specific part of the body. And now bring your hand to the back of the head, the front of the head. Healing energy flows now. To this part, healing thoughts, calming thoughts. Soothing energy flows now. And then to the back of the head, the front of the communication center. Like a sandwich, the energy flows through these parts of the body now. You may notice some feelings, some subtle vibrations, and then further down, may sense light coming in, soothing of the body, healing energy flows now. And then hands to the heart center. And what this looks like, this is the midline. Palms are extended. Right hand on the right side of the chest, left on the left. Healing energy flows in now. This first step in cultivating one's own inner garden through this guided meditation today. And as I'm closing my eyes, I do welcome people that are here now or on playback. Healing energy flows now. Calm breathing. Healing comes out through the hands. And then bring your hands to the top part of your abdomen. Right hand on the right side, left on the left. Very simple. Allowing Reiki or golden healing energy to go to this part of the body now. And if your mind wanders or emotions come up during any part of this self-healing, that is okay. Allow it to happen. Notice it. And then go back to gently the self-healing now. And then hands to below the lower abdomen. Right hand on the right side, left on the left. Healing energy flows now. And then bring your hands to the hips, right hand on the right hip, left on the left. Cupping the sockets there, either side of the body. Healing energy flows in now. This self-healing with daily practice, very important. Bringing us healing and calm. And then bend slightly forward. Your hands are going to go halfway up your back. Right hand on the right side, left on the left. The spine is the midline. Your hands are covering the adrenals, areas of the body that work with stress. Reiki and or golden healing light flows in now. couple deep breaths as needed. Listen to your body. Notice the sensations, pleasant or unpleasant, whether you have pain in a certain part of the body. Adjust so it's more comfortable, and then go back to allowing the healing to happen, self-healing. And now bend slightly forward again, hands in the lower back, right hand on the right side above the sacrum, right side of the spine, left side of the spine. Healing energy flows in now. Healing without any kind of judgment. And then hands back to the hips because we integrated the front of the body and the back of the body. Good morning. Healing energy flows into the hips now. Opening the gateways for healing. And then bring your hands to the knees. I know you can't see this, so just trust me. To the kneecaps. Right hand on the right side, left on the left. Again, as I look, who's joining if you have a knee injury. Bringing healing to that area, allowing the healing energy to flow, adjusting if there is discomfort. Healing energy flows now. And then further, bring your hands down as far as is comfortable, the calves, the ankles, to the feet even. Healing energy, self-healing for cultivating your own inner garden. Starting with the self-healing, yourself. Healing flows now. And then bring your hands back to the prayer position. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Slowly open your eyes. Notice how you feel after this self-healing. Important for this daily practice, the spiritual practice of cultivating one's own garden. Okay, so now as long as you are open, with or without the Reiki experience, you can just go back to that receptive space that you were just in. I will send the energy through me, out through the hands to you, whether live or on playback, it works. And now this Reiki or golden healing light flows to you. Reiki for healing. Self-healing, the beginning of this spiritual practice of cultivating one's own garden. Healing Reiki at a distance, a golden healing light. Just be open to the healing now. Healing energy flows through me in this protected space to you now. noticing what that feels like. Healing energy flows to you now. The ebbs and flow of this spiritual healing energy for you now. Very strong today on August the 8th, 2022, or whenever you are watching this video. Healing energy flows to you now. And then just another minute or two of receiving this spiritual healing energy. I'm going to bring my hands back to the heart position, grounding. Notice how you're feeling after that little bit of healing this morning. Okay, the next step in the spiritual practice, and I share this Reiki kind of circle spiritual practice with you, is if it's for yourself, it's ripple effect of healing, then to you, then to the world around us. So now I will refocus the camera for maybe 8 minutes, because it's August the 8th, right? To the global community for this first step of cultivating one's own inner guidance for an inner garden now. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this. And you can just follow my voice if you've never practiced this or seen one of the videos. It is very simple. We're directing healing energy here, visualizing the global community around us. Healing comes through us, through the heart center, floats through the arms, the hands, directed towards this visualized space of the global community. For cultivating one's own inner guidance. Now, begin Reiki at a distance or visualizing that golden healing light. Healing energy flows now. Healing energy flows through us in this group towards the global community. Healing energy flows through us in this first part of cultivating one's own inner garden, spiritual practice. Healing energy flows to the global community now. Healing energy flows now. Tending to one's own inner garden through this guided meditation and expanding it to the focus of also finding elements of joy, of calm in your daily life, identifying them outside of this particular practice, but having faith in the stimulus to go towards that in daily life for the global community now. When thoughts or feelings arise, that's okay. Allow it to happen. And then gently bring the focus back to allowing the energy to come through your hands, through this group, towards the global community now. Healing flows, shifts the consciousness towards healing. Healing energy flows now, quieting the mind. Healing flows now. Healing flows to the global community now. And a couple more minutes, and then we are finishing up this group healing this morning. Whenever you are watching, healing for the focus, the intention of this video for cultivating one's own inner garden through this specific guided meditation, and finding other elements of the life in your daily life that provide peace and calm, part of cultivating one's own inner garden. Okay, so then bring your hands back to the prayer position. Now, sorry, I have to adjust this. And so I want to thank you for joining today. Sorry, take a couple nice deep breaths, go back to the grounding. Disconnect from the last part of the healing. I want to thank you for joining this video, for setting aside time for this spiritual practice, where you will see the results of your garden. If not today, in the future, but do have faith. This is a 3-part series. And thank you again for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next part of the part 2 series of cultivating one's own spiritual garden. Blessings. This is Tracy Lynn. Thank you.